All right, Lil Nas X. And y'all know that I'm not here for the outrage. That's not how I get down. However, I am here to pose 5 questions that I haven't heard any Christians ask regarding these shenanigans. But first, my name is Armand Wake Up, and this is the latest episode of Kairos Culture. I ain't did one of these in a good minute. It is good to be back. KairosCulture.us is the website. Same name on Instagram. If you are watching this on YouTube, we are on the road to 900 subscribers. We have passed 800. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Want to keep the momentum going, so make sure that you subscribe if you are not. Like, share, comment, all that good stuff. It helps out tremendously. With that being said, let's go ahead and get on to these questions. Question number 1 is the easiest question to ask. Why is everybody blaming Nike? In conjunction with this new song, Lil Nas X partnered with a street brand called MSCHF, and they basically customized these Air Max 97s. So people immediately thought that this was a Nike collab, and the outrage went through the roof. Nike had to put out a statement to the New York Times basically saying, hey, this ain't us. That's them. That ain't us, right? People buy apparel in bulk, customize it, and resell it all the time. This is like getting mad at Gildan or Fruit of the Loom because I bought 100 t-shirts at bulk. I printed out a statement on the shirt and sold it, and the statement was offensive or controversial, and you're not mad at me, you mad at Gildan for pressing up the t-shirts. It's also funny that they did Air Max 97s, and those are far and away the most uncomfortable shoe. I got a video on that. I'll post that up here. Those and Air Force Ones, just keep those far away from my feet, because no. Man, Christians, man, like, we be on the witchiest of witch hunts for demonic activity, y'all. And I always say this, if you look for something hard enough, you'll find it, even if it's not there. The demonic activity that exists within this whole thing, it doesn't have anything to do with Nike. Question number 2, who rejected Lil Nas X? So I was tagged in a tweet that he sent out, and I'm gonna put the tweet up here. And you hear this type of talk a lot, like, you know, I was rejected for my beliefs, you know, or I was rejected for who I am, and I'm gonna stick it to the system and live my truth. You hear that a lot nowadays, right? But this is my question. Who told you that? Who rejected you? Was it a family friend? Was it a church that you went to and it was a pastor there, or an elder, or members there? Was it your friends? Was it a peer group? Was it somebody that you actually knew? Or did you search your name on Twitter and just find a bunch of people who opposed your lifestyle and your belief system? If the former is the case, then why not just address them directly instead of, like, you know, the demographic at large, in this case, Christianity at large? Which then leads me to my next question. Why are Christians always responsible for non-Christians' experiences with other Christians? I don't know what church you went to. I don't know what people told you. I don't know what people said. I don't know what people did that was harmful in Jesus' name. That wasn't me. And that wasn't anybody that I know. I feel like we end up spending a lot of time and resources acknowledging people's experiences with other people that we don't know. I'm not responsible for that. My responsibility is to myself, and it's to my community. And even in that, if I don't know what someone is doing, if they don't divulge that information, if I'm not privy to that, how else can I hold them accountable if they don't share, or if I don't see it, or if I don't know about it? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you disposition your perspective on a case-by-case scenario? If I say, I dated this girl and it was a bad experience, I could say I dated 5 girls and all 5 experiences were bad. The women manipulated me, they did this, they did that. And you can swap out women with any demographic you want. I would get, like, destroyed if I did that, right? But I wouldn't, because that's lazy. But that's what we do. That's what folks do. And it seems that it's only okay to do when it's Christians. I just want to know why. So for the 4th question, let's move away from religion and let's just keep it art. why do artists always go for shock value? Like, let's be honest. Let's just address the elephant in the room. Son ain't had a hit record since Old Town Road. And for him, Old Town Road is the standard. You know, Panini hit number 5. Like, there's still success. You know what I'm saying? He didn't fall off a cliff. But Old Town Road is your standard. And the problem with that is that is a once in a lifetime hit record. That man's grandchildren and great grandchildren are going to be able to eat off that song. And that's amazing. That's great. Like, that's super dope. Even just the story, buying the beat off YouTube, and, you know, it was as old as it was, and reworking it and use, like, all that is like amazing. It's great. It's super dope. You know, it's a testament to his creativity and ingenuity. Like, that's fire. That's super dope. I think the problem is the record label will see that and say, all right, we need another one of those. And that's really hard to replicate. That's borderline impossible. And I'm certain that that's like wild stressful for him and his team. Like, that's an unrealistic standard to set for somebody, especially a new artist. Like, you come out the gate with a smash. Whew. But that's the nature of the beast, y'all. Like, that's the entertainment industry. A lot of people made a lot of money off that song, and they want to make that money again. So they're going to ask him to do what he did again. When that doesn't work, what do? And he's not the only artist to do this. We see this all the time. They're going to say the most outlandish thing. They're going to do the most outlandish thing because that's going to draw attention to them and whatever they're trying to sell. Madonna does it. A lot of these rappers do it. What's the kid's name? Blueface did it. There was a point where he was doing it a lot. Anytime I would see him, Tekashi does it a lot. People get famous on social media every day that way. But I think my only issue is when you slap artistic expression on that. And that's the crazy thing about all of this that's going on. Literally, the only thing I hear about are the shoes and the video. I ain't heard not one person say, I like the song. If you're a musician and there's more of a focus on everything that you're doing except like the actual music, it's a red flag. And let me also say this type of video with this type of imagery, I've heard people say, well, it's the parents' responsibility for monitoring what the kids watch. First of all, the only people I hear say that are usually people who don't have kids. So that's one. Number two, it's not either or, it's both and. Because you're right, there is a responsibility that the parents have to monitor what their kids are watching. Also, the reality of it is, Old Town Road's success, a large portion of it is owed to children. Children blew that up. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason, and his team knows that. Why? Because they had him performing at elementary schools. We saw the video. So you can express yourself artistically. Like, you can get that off. Like, all right, fine. If you still want to get that off, get that off. But also, you can be responsible with knowing that children watch your stuff. Just put a disclaimer up. Hey, this imagery might be a little crazy. Just put a disclaimer up. Black background, white font. 2 seconds. And then slide down the pole, straight to hell, whatever you want to do with it, however you feel like you need to get that off. And so my last question, why do we always fall for this? Here we are talking about another artist doing a lot for clout, as the youth say. Because in this case, and in cases like these, like, the goal was attention, and we gave it to them. I'm doing a video. Like, they won, right? This is a success. The shoe sold out in under a minute. That's success. But the reason why I made this video was, again, not to get my outrage off, because y'all know that's not my bag. But usually when it comes to Christians, like, we don't know how to approach things with nuance. I mean, people don't. Like, people really don't. But I'm only speaking to Christians right now. We don't know how to approach things and address things with nuance. It's either judgment or acceptance. And it's really just a lot of things that we deal with, like in our culture, like it's really a matter of both and. It really is. And we have to be very sober and discerning and empathetic and full of wisdom and open. Like we need to know how to address a lot of these things, like in truth, because it's not gonna go away. Like this has been happening and is gonna continue to happen. We can definitely control how we respond to things and how we communicate our perspective. You know, just make sure that we're as sober as possible. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I hope so. So let me know what you think. Answer one of my questions if you want to. That's cool. You know, kairosculture.us, the website and Instagram. My name is Armand Wake Up, and I will see you again next time.